I need you to hear this. History didn't just happen. It's been performed, tested, perfected, and rolled out in ways most of us don't see. This all kicks off years ago. However, my research begins after World War II with the Tavistock Institute in the UK. On the surface, social science research. But behind the curtain, they crafted tools to shape mass perception and refine propaganda methods. Then there's Project Bluebird and its evolution into Project Artichoke. The CIA's tools for mind control, using hypnosis and drugs, all reported to be without consent. How are we being programmed today through medicines, music, and food? Let's talk about MK Ultra, the infamous mind control program with hundreds of experiments involving LSD and extreme trauma to see how deeply human behavior could be manipulated. The movies we see today are advising us of experiments using the past and the ones still being used. Fast forward to Project Chaos. This wasn't about drugs but about surveillance. The CIA kept lists of Americans, civil rights leaders, anti-war activists, anyone who dared to think differently. What does this remind you of today? Project 2025? Project Esther? Etc. They learned that influencing the future starts with the youth. Gifted Child programs became a national resource for tracking America's brightest and profiling potential leaders or disruptors. Meet Michael Aquino, a psychological ops officer who co-founded the Temple of Set. He worked on narratives about mind influence and perception shaping. This was more than religion, it was about operational influence. Next up, electromagnetic frequency research. Not just for communications, but to affect mood and cognitive performance. Think about it. By the 2000s, everything went digital. Social media algorithms tested how subtle changes could manipulate emotions across millions, often without them even realizing. From Tavistock to Bluebird, Artichoke to MK Ultra, Chaos to EMF control, all these stages refined a single mission: study, test, influence, repeat. So, how much of what you think is truly yours? Now, pivoting to the mission and funding behind population control. In 1952, John D. Rockefeller III founded the Population Council. The public story: helping people choose their family size. The hidden story: developing technologies for global application. The World Health Organization and Planned Parenthood partnered on reproductive health. Sometimes it meant choice, sometimes it crossed into coercion. Long-acting contraceptives like the copper T IUD were developed through these networks. In the right hands, they empower. In the wrong hands, they control. India's emergency years saw mass sterilizations, often coerced, funded by international aid. A dark chapter in population control. In Peru, the government sterilized indigenous women without consent. It was sold as family planning, but the truth was far more sinister. Ethical population programs can lead to fewer maternal deaths and better education opportunities. So, what happens when they go wrong? When linked to military psyops and youth tracking, those programs become part of a larger control network. It's all connected. Today, tracking is digital and sometimes invisible. EMF research and big data analytics provide real-time feeds of populations. The systems that can uplift can also decide who gets uplifted. Always question the narrative. The most powerful tool for population control? Perception and deception. Please give your thoughts.